Hey everybody, today we're going to talk to you about social media management. My name is Joe Maylish. I own Topper Media and I do a lot of different events. They tend to go towards the motorsport side of things. And I had an interesting event this fall called the South Carolina 400. It's one of the most prominent late model races in the Southeast. And it took on a whole different tier of importance on October 22nd when Dale Earnhardt Jr. entered into the race with the iconic Budweiser number 8. He was bringing back that paint scheme after 17 years, and the fans simply went crazy over it. So much so that when they went to go buy tickets on the website, it crashed the website for 6 hours. So we knew from there that it was not going to be a problem about promoting the event, but we wanted to steer the information the best that we could. So my rule number one with social media management is you have to have a plan. If you are going into the week and it's just, hey, I'm going to post two or three things and I'm not sure what I'm going to do, and you don't really have a plan, that's a recipe for not disaster, but not being as effective as you possibly could be. So, with that said, you got to have a plan. Whether you use an app, I use TickTick, or you're using a paper planner, write it out, map it out. So with this plan, what do you need to cover? Well, there's really four key areas, right? The first area is pertaining to fans/operations. So things like your schedule. How much do tickets cost? What can we bring into the grandstands? Where can I pick up tickets? All of that needs to be mapped out. Days that you want to post it, times that you want to post it, and when your followers are most active. It might be after lunch. It might be in the evening. It works differently in all different industries, and you need to research that and understand what time is best for you. Now, with that said, the second area that we need to cover are obviously the drivers. This situation here, we knew that we had Dale Earnhardt Jr. that entered the race. It gave it a lot of eyes that were already on the race. Now we want to tell the story of all the other drivers that were entered into the late model event. We made roughly over 50 pieces of artwork that went with a picture of their car, their name, and also it told the story in a short write-up about their season, success that they've had. Maybe they've had a prominent victory, a championship. Maybe they struggled, but we told that story and that they were entered into the South Carolina 400. Now, the third area, and I think this is often overlooked, and it's amazing that it is, but sponsors. And you want to have sponsor posts that anytime that you have somebody come on board, whether it's the official Victory Lane, in this case here it was Citrus Safe, or the official soft drink, Coca-Cola in this instance. We also had another company that helped us with external storage because we had so much food on site called Storage in Motion. I cannot tell you how much they appreciated the fact that we went and did posts like these, that we also had it on our website. It's so important to do these little things like that because at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. It's all about building those relationships going forward. The last area, and it's the obvious one, is the race itself. Now, the race, the event, in this case here, it was a 3-day event. So you had practice on Thursday, you had practice and racing on Friday with support divisions. And then on Saturday, you had practice, support divisions, and then the South Carolina 400. But I also had a plan to implement. I work off of a shot sheet. On that shot sheet, I basically take a breakdown of the schedule and I write out everything that I want to do. So if we have a chunk of practice here, I'm gathering photos and then I want to post it at a certain time. I also wanted to do videos. I didn't want to do hype reels. I've done those in the past. I thought it was important in this case here to do informational videos about tire wear, how practice is going to help the teams understand and race for the 400. You can do all this stuff with the race. You can have all these goals, all this different stuff that you want to. In addition to the shot sheet, you need to make notes on there about where you want to be at certain times of what you want to cover. Things that are important, like the national anthem, driver intros. Where do you want to be at the start? Where do you want to be at halfway? Where do you want to be at the ending? And obviously, and then in victory lane. But once you're in victory lane, you have to have the plan of, I want to get that great shot. And then I want to be able to take the race winner and interview him. And you got to find the right time to do that. So one of the really important parts of everything that you do with any event, whether it be motorsports, any type of event that you're covering, you've got to log the information. You've got to take it afterwards. Don't wait 10 months to do this. Do it right after the event. Yes, I know you're tired. Yes, you are exhausted from all the photos and everything that you've taken. But go through, and in this case here, I took over 10,000 photos, hundreds of videos. Go through them. Get rid of all the bad ones. The ones that you keep, you log. And it'll say something like Florence Motor Speedway, or it'll say, in my case, I'll do FMS, Josh Berry, American flag, start of race, right? Something to that effect. Or it'll say FMS, South Carolina 400, Victory Lane photo. You have to be able to go in there and find it quickly, because I promise you that your client is going to reach out to you and they're going to need a photo or video. And they're going to say, hey, do you have this? You don't want to spend all that time searching for something. You want to be able to find it quickly. So take the time right after the event. The information's fresh in your mind, and go and do that. It'll pay dividends down the road. One other thing that I do want to mention with all of this is any event that you do cover is don't overwhelm yourself. It is so easy to do. It is so easy to get all this information on there, and you got to cover this, and you got to just keep it simple. My goal for this event was to simply do the driver interviews, do the victory lane photos, capture action shots, do what I was capable of doing, but not overwhelm myself and feel stressed out, right? That's the best advice that I can give you, is keep it simple. Don't try to do too much, and it will end up producing better content, higher quality content, than trying to run around and cover every single thing that you possibly can. So if you need help with coverage for an event, or if you have questions, my contact information is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video helps you with your next event.